How's it going, everyone? It's Louis Crypto here. I'm back with another Bitcoin update for you guys. I did take a trade yesterday, so we will look into that in closer detail. But if we were to ever get a deeper correction that breaks through this range low over here and somehow manages to not hold up these moving averages, then I want to see this one fib level held at $28,500. I've already mentioned in the past it's 28.5 to 29,000 as a level of support. So yeah, it would actually come up pretty much all the way up until here. So if I can right now draw a little box for you, so just something like that right there. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect. So yeah, if we were to dump down, this is the area that I want to hold support. If this fails to do so, then there are levels lower. We can look into that in other updates, but pretty much in and around this area over here. It's not a worry at the moment because we are still above this and we're still within that range. And I took a nice trade yesterday, which was a long from the low. Of course, as you know, I think at the beginning of the week or at the end of last week, I did place a buy trade on Bitcoin. However, it did hit the stop loss. I think I bought over somewhere over here with the stop loss below this point. Exactly the same as that previous trade on the left over here, which we longed from this point. Let me just show you where we longed from. So we longed from around somewhere here, and then we took profits around right there, somewhere over there. So we entered over here with stop loss below this low, so giving it space to come down to that low. If it hits this and loses it, that's invalidation of the buy trade, which was the entry over here. It of course didn't manage to lose the low, keeping the buy trade valid, and we eventually hit take profit. There were some moments like over here on these two run-ups where it almost hit the target, and you can see retraced, almost hit the target, retraced, and then finally went to the target. As long as it, after creating this new highs over here, maintain these higher lows, put in another higher low, then we should make a higher high above this high, and as we did so right over there. So nice to see that. And that was the same explanation for the trade the other day. It just didn't pan out as we thought. It was in the exact same location pretty much. We entered somewhere here. We said that stop loss was going to be on this point, just like this time over here, and as long as we maintain this level, price should eventually break out to the upside. But this time I had a target a little bit lower, somewhere around this area over here, so a more of a shorter term position, because my thought was that we run into that area and then come down, but we can see that we went just straight down and invalidated that trade. But I knew that we were at the range low. We can see every time we've come into this area over here, we've had bounces, so that's why I actually put in some trades over here. But we hit stop loss, that was totally fine. We came back down to those key levels of support at the 200 EMA, and we had a nice little bounce. So essentially, as it was coming up and running into the 20 and 12 EMA over here, I set in a limit order right over there. It came down to it, tapped it, and then we went into profit. And I set this area as my target, as this was the resistance that was first set after dumping back down into here. This was set, drag it across, and we can see that came down, failed to lose this low, had another go at trying to break out, and look where we got stopped by right there. So that was the reasoning for my take profit location, and we can look at this trade a little bit better but on the lower time frames. But what I was seeing is this inverse head and shoulders pattern. For bullish continuation back up to the range high, we need to break through this point. So it's nice to see that we're moving through the moving averages after of course continuing this downtrend while underneath the 12, 20 and 55. We came down to the 200 to reset this uptrend. Remember guys, we are in an uptrend longer term, so all of this is noise. We are coming back down to reset the market here at the 4 hour. As we are still above this, we are maintaining the uptrend. Of course we can still go down and lose it, but as of this moment we are still in an uptrend above the 200 EMA, looking, doesn't mean that it has or will, but it's looking to continue the uptrend, and all that needs to happen is break past this, well, my take profit essentially. So now we'll go down to the lower time frames, but please go ahead and support the channel. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Over half of you aren't. It's so unfortunate. It only takes a second, guys. Please do help me grow. I put the effort in every single day for you guys. It'd be great. I'd be grateful if you could just simply subscribe or like and yeah, comment underneath this video. If you need further guidance, private message me on my Twitter, whether you want coaching, to join my chat, or take action on the course. Yeah, more will follow at the end of this video. But now if we scale to the lower time frames, reasoning for this trade was this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So what I saw was that this was a support that was of course lost. There was a lot of playing around over here validating, downside, invalidating, validating, invalidating, validating, invalidating. So very choppy in and around this area. For me, that was the key level of support. So I'm going to drag that going forward. And then I was essentially looking for entries in that same location, because if we now reclaimed it, I need to see it confirmed. So that's why I was pretty certain that it would come back down to here. I set a limit order somewhere over here for it to get down into here. With stop loss beneath this low, I guess looking back with hindsight, we could have just put our stop loss below this point or below these lows, as this is the fake out over here, so we should really find support higher. I was just being more cautious, as with the trade the other day, I put stop loss on the invalidation point slightly underneath it, and we can see eventually it tapped it, then went back up pretty much to break even over here, but I'd already been tapped out. We looked like it wanted to continue lower. On the reclaim, you're reclaiming key level support. So I literally was like, yeah, I still believe price is going to eventually go up. We just thought it was going to happen here. Stop loss was met, and so we just took it again over here. It did not even matter that this was a stop loss, because this previous trade from this point over here until this point up here, this massive buy position that we took and profited on with stop loss beneath this low, was a 2-to-1 risk to reward. So it meant that I could lose the next trade and I'd still be in profit from this previous trade. And then now that this was a loss, I've taken so basically gone 2 up, then -1, so I'm still 1 up, and then this one over here I think was a 2-to-1. Yeah, 2-to-1. So I'm pretty much 3 up. So we've taken 3 trades in the last week. One positive, 1 negative, 1 positive, and because of the risk to reward ratio, we could have even gone 1 win, which would have brought us 2 rewards, and then 2 losses in a row, and then we'd be at break even. But we didn't even need to go to break even. Essentially, we're still in profit reward wise. So yeah, all we need to now see is Bitcoin breaking past this resistance point, which was the take profit, for continuation higher. Let me just double check that this inverse head and shoulders patterns target has been met. It might not have been. So on the breakout over here, so it's still saying there is room to move. That was the more conservative target. If we're going for the more aggressive target, saying yeah, there's a lot of room to move more towards 31k. Target is below, but that's where we'd be targeting. That's where price would be trying to get back up to. So yeah, we're just simply waiting for this $30,400 level to give in. At the moment, it looks like we're coming back down to test these key levels of support, being the EMAs. So those moving averages need to hold. We've got all 4 of them, all 5 of them, I think it is, above. Price is above all 5 of them. So even if we dump down into them, these should all hold a support. We are above 30,000, so that becomes the support, that psychological level. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and if you need any further guidance, coaching, teaching, or joining my Discord community, I'll play a little clip for you right now. So just to end the video, if any of you do want further guidance, I do actually help people out. I've taught over 80 plus people in the past, and currently have 80 plus people in the Discord community that are past students or members of the Discord chat. If you want to become a member, then click this link. You can actually get 3 months, which is £60 of value, totally for free, if you take action on my course or mentorship. After those 3 months totally free, this does become £10 whether you stay or leave and want to join back at a later date. Take action through these bookings if you want to get those 3 months totally for free. And with the 5-hour or 10-hour mentorship plan, you do get that course included totally for free for the rest of your life, as well as that 3 months free in the chat. Message me on my Twitter or take action through this website. Cheers.